What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Wheels Up TV. It's DJ here, and today I've got something very special for everybody on the channel. Today I have a M3 competition. I believe it's a 2023, 2022. I don't even know what year this one is, but I got it rented today for a few hours because I've really been interested in figuring out what I missed out on in the BMW M3. When I bought my CT4 Blackwing, the M3 was definitely a car that I was really considering. I wasn't sure if, for the price that I was looking to spend, if I was going to be able to get one, but it was on the list of cars that I wanted to get before I got my Blackwing. So today I'll be able to answer those questions for anyone out there who may be looking to purchase a sports sedan and is trying to decide between a Blackwing and an M3. This is the video for you. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video now. First impressions driving this car. It drives amazing and it's fast as hell. So number one, right out of the gate, obviously BMW has been making sports sedans for quite a while, and it shows in the way this car drives. It's fast. It's definitely faster than the Blackwing stock. I don't think anything's done to this one, so it is stock. In my opinion, it's much faster. There are some things that I'm not too, I don't really like that much about it, but it's quick. And I mean, the main reason why it's so much faster, in my opinion, I think is because this has four-wheel drive capabilities. So when you're in the car, you can change it from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, which is really interesting. I think it's a really great feature. It obviously, puts power down much better than a rear-wheel drive car does. So that is my first impression of the car and how it drives. Now I just want to get into the exterior of the car, show you guys all of the little features that are specific to M3s, and yeah, pretty much get into all of that. So starting off with the front of the car, it's obviously got a very aggressive look, which is nice. I wasn't a huge fan of the whole front grille styling on the M3s and the M4s as well when it initially came out, when they came out with this new model. But it's really starting to grow on me. It definitely has significant space for air inlet, as you can see. So all of these here are functional for air intake. You've got some more inlets here at the bottom on both sides, and then right here at the corner of the car, corner of the front of the car, you've got these little grabbers here that are grabbing air and feeding it, I'm assuming, to the brakes. And brakes are huge on these, as you can see. Pretty huge. I'd probably say at least 14, 16 piston brakes, and 2-piece rotors, which is always nice on a sports sedan, sports car in general. So yeah, definitely good to have. I think it's perfectly paired with the car. Onto the back, the rear of these is honestly my favorite part of the exterior of the M3, mainly because of the quad tip exhaust, the carbon diffuser. So I mean, those are things that if I would have gotten an M3 that I would have wanted. I mean, they obviously all come with quad tip exhaust, but definitely the carbon fiber diffuser in the back is a really nice touch. And one feature that I'm noticing is that if you get too far away from the car, it locks, and then when you get close, it unlocks. So kind of interesting. I think I would turn that off if it was mine. Probably get annoying, but it's a really convenient way to make sure that you don't leave your car without locking it. So I guess it's nice. What else can we say about the exterior of this M3? This color scheme is absolutely beautiful. I will say that much. I know one other person that's got the same color scheme, and his is on a 340, BMW 340. I don't even think his is an M Sport, but I'm not sure. And that's Kicks, fresh Kicks. So shout out to that man, because he really knows what he's doing with cars. And I'd almost say that his does look better than this, even though his isn't an M3. So shout out to Fresh Kicks. The champagne almost looks like a color shift style paint. So that's really all I got for the exterior. So I'll go ahead and talk about the interior of the car. This one has this red and black throughout. One really neat feature is that the M3 logos do light up in this. Not sure if that's a feature in most of them, but pretty cool. When you open the door and enter, so get the whole M animation with the car and that nice sound. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that would get annoying as hell, hearing that sound every time I get in my car. That's just me being real. But I know all you M3 fanboys are gonna be like, oh bro, like that shit's nice. I don't know, in my honest opinion, that shit would get really annoying. But yeah, I got the red and black all the way through. Red leather with black in the middle. One thing about the interior that I noticed immediately when you sit down in this car is the seats are comfortable as hell. I ain't even gonna cap on that, y'all. Like, these seats are hella comfortable. They really hold you into the car nice and snug, and I think they would be perfect for long drives, because that's one thing that I complain about a lot in my car, is that on a long drive, the seats are not comfortable at all. Like, for a short period of time, it works out. But on a long drive... Actually, before I move on to the interior, I do want to discuss the headlights. Headlights on this thing, projector, LED, pretty freaking nice. Definitely some of the best looking headlights in the game BMW has, I'd say. I really do like the LEDs on the Cadillac Blackwing, but these are just really unique. Obviously, Audi's got some pretty unique ones as well, but I'd say for the BMW, some of the best of the best. And one other thing before I go to the inside fully, that I don't know if it's just weird and if it's just me being used to a little bit of manual labor, but I'm just not a huge fan of the automatic liftgate on this thing. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's nice. You just press a button, it opens, and your trunk is open, ready for you to put stuff in it. But I'm just so used to like pressing your trunk button, giving it a little lift, and then, you know, it coming open. Because when I initially tried opening this thing, you know, I pressed the button and I'm like pulling it up and it's fighting me because it's trying to do it manually. So that's just one other thing, kind of, I think it's a little weird, but pretty cool feature for sure. So yeah, and then to close it, just hit that and then move out the damn way because it will come down on you, I feel like. All right, so back to the inside. There goes that noise again. Man, it's nice, but damn, I feel like that would get annoying. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the old push start. I will say I do like the location of the starter in here. It's pretty cool. It's nice that the button's red. Sounds great with the stock exhaust, and I do believe the valves are open, so just press that button there. Doesn't really sound like they got any quieter, but that's valves closed. Not really much of a difference, in my opinion. Let's see. Okay, maybe that opened them up. There it is. Nice, I like that. Let's put that in Sport Plus. That's not really going to change the exhaust sound, but I do like that noise. Let's see. Yeah, so that's exhaust valves closed there, and then open. Man, that does sound nice. Okay, take it back. Sounds great. So, going over the interior, as I mentioned, the seats are just amazingly comfortable. These are the perfect pair of seats to sit in for a long drive if you had one ahead of you. The buttons, I don't know, they feel a lot cheaper than I thought they would feel. Compared to the Blackwing, I think that they're probably about the same. The door handle is metal, which is nice. The one in my car is metal. Steering wheel's nice and big, wrapped in some very nice leather. You do have the steering wheel warmer here, which my car does have. Got some carbon fiber on the steering wheel, which my car has. And I think that a really great touch in here is the carbon fiber on the paddle shifters. I don't know if it comes that way, but it is a really nice touch. I will say the shifters feel kind of cheap. Like, the ones that I have are metal, and these feel like, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't feel like metal. I don't know, maybe it is metal, but it feels cheap, if I'm being honest. They look nice, but they feel cheap. Yeah. The talk of the town, I think another really great feature of these cars is the infotainment system and the screen that you get. I mean, this screen is absolutely massive. It's all digital. I mean, what can I say? You can't really go wrong with this. But there is a small downside to this screen. And I'm not sure if it's just because my cell phone is a little bit older. I do have an iPhone 11, so I'm not sure if that's the case. But connecting to this thing via Bluetooth is kind of a nightmare. Because once you're connected, it's just really slow. Like, when I change a song, it literally takes almost 15 to 20 seconds for it to register that I changed and play that next song. So that is one part of this that I just really don't understand. I mean, this is a 2023 M3 BMW. I'm sure it's not the car's fault, but if the infotainment system is that laggy, I would say that's a huge downside to having one of these. Not something that I'd be able to deal with on a daily basis, because in my Cadillac, I mean, you connect it, you change a song, you do anything, it's snappy. It's just like that. So just one of those things, I guess, you kind of have to get used to owning one of these. All right, so another thing about this car is the shifter is a little bit strange. I think if I did get an M3, I would definitely want it to be a manual. So your park button is right here. I don't know, that is just, it seems like a lot to me. I realize that maybe this was done this way to prevent an accidental pressing of your park, but I mean, it's just, I don't know, I always like it to just be like a movement. So having to press this kind of seems like a lot to me. I mean, I know I'm probably complaining for complaining's sake, but that's just my opinion. To throw it in a drive, you go right like that, and then you have sport, which allows you to shift up and down with the shifter here. You can also use the paddle shifters as well, but yeah, that's how you shift in a drive. Then reverse is really weird, so you have to go into neutral like that, and then go side, or yeah, to the left and up, and that throws it into reverse. You do have a pretty crystal clear reverse camera, and then your mirrors do angle down so that you can see the ground when you're backing up. Now, one unfortunate part of this backing up system is the noise that it makes. It's pretty annoying. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just not used to it. I don't really like it, but that would get annoying to me. And again, so I can't just put the car in the park. I've got to press it, and is it? Yeah, it is in park. So let's see how long this stays on. Mine will usually stay on for about, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. This has been on for a while now, I guess. It's just is it gonna stay on? And this is what I'm talking about with the infotainment system. I feel like things are just kind of slow. It's definitely, it takes your touch very quickly, but in terms of responding and changing up things, it's definitely not great. All right, so what else do we have here? So you can turn your parking sensors off if you don't like that noise. Here is your traction control, DSC, and MDM. So yeah, I mean, you can mess with that if you want to turn your traction control off. It does have the ability to turn auto stop start off if you want, which I'm assuming a lot of people would keep that off. You've got some buttons here for the infotainment, so instead of pressing the home button on the screen, you've got that there. That'll take you directly to the home screen. You can use that to get to the map, navigation, all of that. The ambient lighting in here is nice. I will say it's very similar to the Blackwing in that it's just this line that goes across the front and the sides. In the Blackwings, you don't have it here, but you do have it on the side of the doors. It's kind of like right in this area here. But yeah, I definitely like the ambient lighting in here. It's nice. This is a problem for me, and like, I know a lot of people, when it comes to a sports car, they're not gonna care about what their overhead lighting looks like, but this just looks really cheap, and I don't even know, I think it's an LED, but it just doesn't look nice in my opinion. I think BMW could do a much better job on this. I mean, it just looks like crap. The button doesn't feel nice. Like, it's just crap. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. The rearview mirror, I think, is great. It definitely gives you a great visual of what's behind you. So a plus on the rearview mirror for sure, I'd say. The vents, the AC vents on here are perfectly situated to keep you cool. I think they look good. The metal that's here all around. This plastic here, I think, should have been carbon fiber, but the metal here and the carbon here looks great. Yeah, I think I could talk all day about the interior of this car, because it does have some really strong points, but it also has some really weak points. That is carbon right there, by the way. Let's look in here. You got two, I don't know, I think that's only one. Yeah, you got one USB-C port. You don't even have a USB-C or a USB-A port. So that's kind of a downgrade in my opinion. The Blackwing has USB-C in here and USB-A. It's got one each. You do have USB-A up here in your cup holder. So I guess. Wireless phone charger here. This location, I feel like it's kind of weird, because like you can definitely get your phone in there and it'll be secured while it's in there. It won't move around a lot, but just accessing it, like putting your phone in there, is kind of awkward. The couple times that I did it. You got the two cup holders here, pretty standard, and then you can close this up and have more carbon showing there, so that's nice. Volume knob, is nice, good material. One thing that I found really weird was like changing between songs. When you press on this to change, it is like, this does not feel good at all. It just feels really cheap. But anyways, no car's perfect. Overall, I think the interior is good. The seats and the leather are definitely softer than the Cadillacs. So, yeah, I mean, you're definitely not losing anything there. And infotainment is pretty cool for sure. I think usability, in terms of usability, it may get annoying dealing with Bluetooth and all that, but definitely cool looking. And cannot get over that sound. I think the M3 is worth it for the cost. Great car overall. It's definitely got some minor things that I think could be improved, but great car. The last little gripe that I did have about the M3, and because this one isn't even a manual, is that there is no automatic start on this thing. So there's unlock, and there's lock. But yeah, no automatic start. So I think that's a little bit of a lost opportunity there on the M3, but like I said, overall, pretty good car. Definitely a lot of bang for your buck.